The following podcast is intended for mature audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
Nobody's listening, no. Nobody's listening, no. Nobody wants to hear them speak. Nobody's listening, no. Nobody's listening. Nobody wants to hear them speak. Nobody wants to hear them speak. Nobody wants to hear them speak.
Thanks for downloading, streaming, or however it is that you're listening to the Not Listening podcast. I'm Adam.
I'm Ash.
I'm Will.
Welcome along, everybody. So I've got another exciting show for everybody today.
Mesmerising.
Mesmerising.
Look into my eye.
Yeah.
Near me nuts. You're paralysed.
Oh, nice. So why don't you give us a tweet at Barker Podcast, at Not Listening Pod, or go to the website and check all the fun stuff there at notlistening.co.uk. Right, should we crack on with this audio extravaganza, excitingness of coolness?
Yeah,
wouldn't
right.
go that.
Or something like that. Let's just play. Let's go.
Hashtag not listening.
Do any of you guys believe in hypnosis?
Yeah? Yes.
Look into my eyes.
Knee in the bollocks. You're paralysed.
So you actually believe in hypnosis?
I believe that hypnosis works for suggestive power, etc.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't believe all of this hypnotise someone and you can reveal their last lives, you know, and all of that stuff. I think that's a bit...
But there you've got to believe in
reincarnation,
and
etc.
all of that kind
but
of stuff.
I do
as well.
believe that
But-
hypnosis in itself works and helps unlock hidden memories of current life and can help put in suggestions to your mind and all of that.
Suggestive.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah,
Do you?
but you can't. Supposedly, you still can't do anything against your morals. So you couldn't hypnotise someone and say, "Oh, go and kill that bloke over there,"
Yeah.
unless they're actually geared up to do it and they
Could-
wanted to do it anyway. They wouldn't.
Oh, that starts another part of the conversation. Definitely, I'll come back to that. So hypnosis. Do you believe that some people could be hypnotised to act like a chicken?
Only if they wanted to.
So it's their own mind needs to be.
They need to be
allowing it.
fucking spectards.
Yeah, I went to a Paul McKenna show years ago, and he started off by doing it with...
Who's Paul McKenna?
Paul McKenna's a
Stage
famous
hypnotist.
stage hypnotist.
Oh, okay.
And he started off by getting the whole audience to sort of try and stick their hands together, and he did a mass hypnosis thing of anyone that then couldn't pull their hands apart. He got up on stage, and
Right.
then he went through each individual.
Of course, he
And-
did use nails.
Yeah, and staplers.
Glue.
Yeah, it was attached to the seat. But he then that's how he picked who was actually suggestive enough
Yes.
for it and things.
Susceptible.
That's the word I was
That's
looking for. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're actually thinking this is a bit stupid and you don't believe in it, then yeah, you just sit there. And
So
Yeah.
if you're not prepared to be hypnotised, it won't work.
Yeah.
Okay. So the only reason I bring this up, there's a TV show that's been on ITV recently.
I saw the trailer, yeah.
It's called You're Back in the Room.
Yeah, with Paul McKenna.
No, it's not Paul McKenna.
Isn't
It's another guy. Exactly like Paul McKenna. He's forgettable. He's just another guy. It ain't Paul McKenna, it's another guy.
Are
Trust
you
me.
certain?
I'm 100% sure because
No,
I watched
literally.
it and I would recognise it was Paul McKenna because Paul McKenna is a billionaire now because he writes these self-help books, doesn't he?
Self-help, yeah.
Yeah. But the premise of this show, Be Back in the Room, if anybody's watched it, they probably know what it's about. It's prime time telly, so it's entertainment.
I guess
what
it's about
they
hypnosis.
they get people to do tasks under hypnosis to win money. So they think they're in a game show, but they're being hypnotised, and they're being under the spell, as they call it, is making it more difficult for them to get the task done. But at the end of it, they win the money anyway. It's all for our entertainment. But I understand being susceptible to things and suggestive, because I fall for that sometimes. I was in America once, wasn't hypnotised, but somebody sort of said something to me so sort of in my eyes, and they said, "You can't take that bag in there, I need to take it off you." And I gave him my bag. And
That's Darren Brown stuff.
and I remember doing it and then walking off and then going, "Hang on, I've just given my bag to that fucking guy in the cinema." He was in the kiosk. He's like, "You can't take their bags in there." I was like, "Okay." And I give him the bag and then I walked off. And he went, "No, hey, I'm not joking." I was like, "Why did I give you my bag?" It's because I was so suggestive in the way he said it. I just didn't question it.
Sorry, it's a fella called Keith Barry, so you are correct.
All right, thanks
I
for.
was hypnotised otherwise.
But yeah, so I know I can be quite susceptible to certain things like that, and it's
No,
like
you're just gullible.
no, it's not gullible. No, it ain't being gullible. It's like that. I remember it happening, and then thinking to myself, why did I do that? It's just because I wasn't listening properly, and I just let him do it, and I just, okay, he must be right, and just give it to him. But this TV show, you're back in the room. It's one of the worst TV shows I've ever seen in my life.
So I only saw the trailers, and because it's ITV, I wouldn't watch it anyway. But I did look at it and think, oh, you're scraping the barrel there. Really, you've got a new barrel. Actually, no, you've got an existing barrel, and you're scraping even further. Basically, if you scrape it any further, you're actually just digging up soil.
But I don't understand how you can hypnotise someone to make them become Patrick Swayze in the movie Ghost every time they hear that Unchained Melody song. That's a lot to ask somebody to do by a simple...
Especially if they haven't seen Ghost.
When the music... Exactly. Imagine that.
It's actually about the sort of person that goes, yes, I want to be on an ITV stage hypnosis
That's what I'm
show.
thinking. Yeah.
Generally, people that watch ITV are pretty weak-minded, in my opinion. So people who want to appear on ITV as audience are probably virtually mindless.
We could get sponsored by ITV, so be quiet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can see that. No.
They're not listening podcasts sponsored by ITV.
Because we'd make great telly.
Yeah. We could have our own show once, and then that comment will come to bite you back in the arse, and you'll
You'll
be
have
like...
a camera in the middle of the on the side of the living room, and they'll be recording us sitting there talking into microphones. They can get some of my hands.
No, because what would happen, Ash? Me and you, we get the TV show, and then we get told, you need to replace the Will
The
character.
funny one.
We need to replace the Will character because he doesn't like ITV. So we'll end up with Brian Blessed. I'm happy. I'm all for it. I'm going for it. I'm happy with that. It's good change. It's good change.
Sounds fine to me. I'd listen. Or watch. Not
A
certain.
bit both. Yeah. I'll watch with the volume down.
No. Crank it. But yeah, I mean, what are they getting people to do? I mean, it sounds like the worst kind of cheap.
Silly things. It was like they got somebody to pretend they were an artist when they were making something out of clay, like a French artist who was getting angry. They pretended that somebody, every time they picked up the clay, it smelt like shit.
Sounds to me like a bad drama class.
It was, yeah, and they were overacting.
Yeah.
It was like, they know what they're doing. And then they actually get them to, they have the bit afterwards where they're like, oh, I didn't know I was doing that. I'm like, of course you fucking did, because I watched you make sure you didn't fall over. You're walking like, because, I don't know, it's like, you're so...
Some of it can be a bit of a giveaway. People can fake it,
Yeah.
but sometimes they can't, and it is quite amusing.
Like I say, my theory is that
how
the
they
people
do
on it are so fucking weak-minded anyway that they're
Yeah.
really just too brainless to be able to sort it out. Because seriously, you get a load of people and then they'll cull the complete spactards out of that lot, and out of the spactards they'll discard some of the spactards that are too clever for it, and you end up with just ITV people, really.
Stop it, I told you. He's not coming back. He's not coming to the show, is he? ITV, Chiefs, if you're listening, Will doesn't... He doesn't mean to fucking give us Brian Blessed.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hey, if you're on Twitter, why don't you follow me at Barker Podcast or Not Listening Pod? You can't follow these two motherfuckers because they don't tweet. Do ya, Will? There you go. That's them not tweeting. At Barker Podcast or at Not Listening Pod. Fuckers, you're supposed to say something in that bit.
Oh, sorry.
Nobody's listening.